We live in an era where everyone talks about money. Social media is flooded with gurus, videos promising magic formulas, motivational quotes that swear if you think like the rich, you'll become rich. But behind all that cloud of superficial advice, there's an uncomfortable truth. Very few people actually understand how the money game is really played. And no, it's not just about earning more. Money is actually a mirror of how you think, the daily decisions you make, and above all, the habits you repeat without even noticing. Most people want quick results, but money doesn't obey speed. It obeys direction. And if your direction is built on wrong habits, like spending before saving, buying before investing, or avoiding the discomfort of learning, then no matter how hard you work, you'll never feel truly free. So today, I want you to do something different. I'm not asking you to take notes or look for quick fixes. Just listen with an open mind and a critical spirit, because these 7 financial habits aren't theory or pretty Instagram quotes. They are principles that have completely transformed the lives of thousands of real people. People who started from zero, with no luck, no inheritance, no connections. Each of these habits is like a piece of a puzzle. When you put them all together, they reveal a clear picture, your financial independence. And I promise you, if you apply them with discipline, the change won't just be financial, it will be mental. So get ready. You're not about to watch just another motivational video. You're about to discover how people who truly understand money think, act, and make decisions. And fair warning, the last habit is so rare and so challenging that it can completely change the way you see money forever. Now put on your headphones, take a deep breath, and pay full attention, because this could be the video that marks the beginning of your financial freedom. Habit 1. Use debt to your advantage. From the time we were kids, we've heard one phrase repeated like it's an unbreakable law. Debt is bad. And sure, that makes sense if all you've ever seen are people drowning in payments, living paycheck to paycheck, trapped by interest that never ends. But here's the massive difference between those who work for money and those who make money work for them. The second group isn't afraid of debt. They understand it and control it. Debt isn't a villain. It's a tool. And like any powerful tool, a knife, fire, a car, it can build or destroy depending on who's holding it. Think about it. If you take out a loan to buy a new TV, the moment you walk out of the store, it's already worth less than half what you paid. But if you use that same loan to buy a camera that lets you offer services, create content, and generate income, that debt turns into leverage. The rich use debt as a springboard. The poor use it as chains. The difference? Intention. Very few people realize this. Bank money can become your silent partner. If you know how to move it, you can make it work for you even before you have your own capital. Imagine getting a loan at 3% interest and investing that money in a project that returns 9%. That 6% spread isn't luck. It's pure financial intelligence. Yes, it requires education, analysis, and discipline. But while most people get into debt on impulse, those who understand the money game do it with strategy. Robert Kiyosaki summed it up perfectly. The rich use debt to buy assets. The poor use debt to buy liabilities. So before you swipe your credit card, ask yourself one simple but powerful question. Does this thing I'm about to buy make me money or take money away from me? If it takes money away, it's not an investment, it's a loss. Using debt wisely doesn't mean becoming addicted to loans or living on the edge. The power is in control. Smart debt follows 3 simple rules. 1, it must generate income. If what you're buying doesn't produce a return, it doesn't qualify. 2, it must have a clear exit plan. Never borrow money without knowing exactly how you'll pay it back. 3, it must keep you in control, not in slavery. If you become emotionally dependent on debt, you've already lost the advantage. Debt isn't good or bad on its own. It's neutral. You decide whether it becomes a weapon or a tool. And when you learn to use it with purpose, something almost magical happens. You start multiplying results that once seemed impossible. Not because you got lucky, but because you learned the rules of the money game that most people never even discover. Credit can be a burden or a catapult. The choice is yours. Habit 2, become obsessed with success. There's a very thin line between interest and obsession. And most people who are merely interested in success never achieve it. Because interest makes you try when it's comfortable. Obsession makes you try even when it's not. The people who truly change their destiny all have one thing in common: an unbreakable hunger to improve. A kind of internal fire that doesn't go out, no matter the failures, no matter the exhaustion. Think about it for a second. Olympic athletes don't train only when they feel motivated. Empire-building entrepreneurs don't work only when things are going well. They do it every single day, even when no one is watching, because they know discipline beats talent when talent isn't disciplined. Positive obsession is the engine of real progress. I'm not talking about toxic obsession that burns you out. I'm talking about the kind that pushes you forward. The energy that gets you up early, that makes you read one more book, practice one more skill, try one more time after failing. If you truly want financial freedom, you can't depend on motivation. Motivation is like coffee. It gives you a boost at first, but it fades fast. What keeps you going when the excitement is gone is focused obsession. Ask yourself right now, am I being truly serious about my goals or just entertained by the idea of success? Real success doesn't come from luck or connections. It comes when you commit to yourself at a level most people aren't willing to reach. And one important thing, don't confuse rest with mediocrity. Resting is fine, but giving up when things get uncomfortable is what kills progress. The most successful entrepreneurs in the world, from Jeff Bezos to Elon Musk, share the same pattern. They set goals so big that they're forced to reinvent themselves over and over, and they don't stop until they get there. Every single day, ask yourself, what can I do today, even if it's small, that moves me one step closer to my independence? That's the kind of question successful people ask themselves every morning. Success isn't a destination. It's a daily commitment to excellence. Habit 3. Build multiple streams of income. Relying on a single source of income is one of the riskiest decisions you can make. And the craziest part? Most people do it without even realizing. Think about it. If your salary is your only income, what happens if you lose your job tomorrow, or your company downsizes, or another global crisis hits overnight? Most people will be paralyzed because their entire financial life rests on one single pillar. And when that pillar breaks, everything collapses. Millionaires understand something the masses ignore. True freedom doesn't come from one income stream. It comes from many. You have active income, trading time for money, and passive income, money that arrives even when you're not working. And the best part? Thanks to the internet, creating multiple streams is no longer a privilege. It's a real possibility for anyone. You can create and sell a digital course, write an ebook, monetize a YouTube channel, invest in index funds, or launch an automated online store. You can even generate income with AI if you learn to use it strategically. The point is this: don't wait until you have a lot of money to start investing. Invest so that one day you have a lot of money. Every new stream you create, no matter how small, gives you more power. Because real financial power doesn't come from how much you earn. It comes from how many ways you can earn without depending on anyone else. At first, every stream will require effort, but over time, they become machines that work for you 24/7. And one day you wake up and realize something incredible. Your money is working harder than you are. That's the exact moment true freedom begins. When your time is no longer tied to your income, when you get to choose how to spend your days. Remember, never put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify, learn, experiment, and never stop creating new streams. Because depending on one single income is playing a money game on the easiest difficulty. And losing. Habit 4. Know when to quit. Society sold us a lie. Quitting equals failure. But sometimes, staying in the wrong place is the real failure. There are people who spend years in jobs they hate, in relationships that drain them, in projects that no longer grow them, all because they're afraid of the unknown. Strategic quitting isn't giving up. It's maturity. It's saying, this no longer aligns with my purpose. It's not about quitting on impulse. It's about evaluating with intelligence. If something takes more energy than it gives you, If every day pushes you further from your vision, then you're not growing, you're just surviving. And surviving was never the goal. Financial growth demands brave decisions. And many times, those decisions mean leaving behind what once worked. How many people do you know who've been in the same job for years, complaining every day, but never doing anything to change it? That's the most dangerous trap. Comfort disguised as stability. Quitting, in its purest form, is an act of freedom. It's saying no to what no longer fits the person you're becoming. Every no you say to what doesn't serve you opens a door to a yes that can change your life. And most of the time, what comes after a brave quit is explosive growth. So don't fear closing chapters. Fear staying where you no longer learn. Habit 5. Treat your body like a high-performance vehicle. Your body is a machine that creates your wealth. And if that machine isn't running at its best, everything else collapses. There's a huge mistake in the entrepreneurial world. Thinking success is measured by how many hours you work. The truth? Success is measured by how much you can produce with clarity and energy. Sleeping well, eating well, exercising, meditating, disconnecting. None of that is wasted time. It's maintenance for your engine. A tired body makes bad decisions. An exhausted mind sees only problems, never opportunities. Studies show that sleeping less than 7 hours can cut your productivity by up to 30% the next day. Repeat that week after week, and imagine the compound damage to your financial results. That's why taking care of your body is taking care of your finances. Your body is the vehicle that will get you to your goals. Overload it, and it breaks down long before you arrive. Take breaks. Breathe. Disconnect. Rest also generates returns. Habit 6. Spend to win. People with a poor mindset think in terms of cost. People with a rich mindset think in terms of return. Not every expense is bad. In fact, spending strategically is one of the fastest ways to move forward. Paying for a course that teaches you a high-income skill? That's not an expense. That's an investment. Hiring someone to handle repetitive tasks so you can focus on growing your business? You're spending to win. Even time is currency. Invested in learning, relationships, or high-impact projects, and the return is massive. Wasted on distractions, complaints, and comparisons, and you're burning your most valuable asset. Every expense must have a reason. Before you buy anything, ask yourself, does this bring me closer to my goals or push me further away? Changing that one question can transform your financial future. Habit 7. Stop being too nice. Being kind doesn't mean being overly agreeable. And in the world of money and business, being too agreeable is expensive. Saying yes to everything steals your time, energy, and focus. And focus is your most valuable asset. Learn to set boundaries. Not everyone deserves your attention. Not every project deserves to stay alive. Not every opportunity is worth your peace of mind. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. People who talk about ideas, not gossip. About projects, not excuses. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose your circle with the same care you choose your investments. The right environment doesn't just motivate you, it transforms you. These 7 habits aren't empty phrases or book theory. They are proven principles that have changed real lives. You don't need to be born rich. You don't need luck. You only need discipline, vision, and consistent action. Every habit you adopt is a declaration. I am taking control of my future. Start today, because financial freedom isn't won with luck. It's built with purpose. If this video lit a fire in you, hit that subscribe button right now to The Money Game and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Share this video with someone who needs to wake up their money mindset. And remember, every time you choose to learn, you're already winning. See you in the next one, where we'll keep uncovering how to master the money game.